Can you all see me? Cha 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 cha. Now, can you hear my heater? I'm a little bit nippy. First heater on of the year. Can you hear it? If not, is it alright to leave it on? My blanket is going to be coming out soon for over those legs. How is everyone? Here we are, look. Should have gone Specsavers. There we go. How is everyone? Can't hear it. Alright, Rebecca. Becky says she was going home for a Radox bath and now she's sat watching me. What's all that about? Rebecca says I work really hard, guys. She's sat at home. I'm still here. She works hard though. Has anyone got a lamination cake, says Sue. No fainting. We have got some lamination cakes on their own on the website, but the teapot is all teed out, unfortunately. The scones have ran away with the teapot. I miss you, yeah, right. So, I can't believe I've had to put heater on. I want to talk about a couple of things this evening. Some good stuff, Maker's Memoir. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You liked the stories in it. Currently working on number 2 as we speak, so that one can be on time. What else do I need to tell you about? Tomorrow's Deal Hunters, 1 o'clock. Got so much going on, honestly. And then our one-day special is this Thursday. Don't forget I told you, didn't I, last Thursday because of Tom's schooling, and this Thursday because we're going to see family. So on the Thursday it is at 6 o'clock. So we're trying our one-day specials at 6 o'clock of an evening because a lot of you seem to like it. Hello Tony, Tim and everyone. So let's do a little bit of a shout out. And then let me just show you some products, most of which you've seen. I did get asked today on our TikTok, can we do some layering stencils? So I've got a few bits of layering stencils with me and I'll do a demo with some layering stencils. I'm going to do a little bit of a different demo today. So if you have got your layering stencils, you can dig those out. But before we get into anything, can we like, share, heart, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and if you're on Facebook, don't forget to share as much as we can, because we love to share the love of craft. It helps me grow as well, and we will do a giveaway as well, so we'll pick a winner at random this evening for a voucher to spend as and when you please. How does that sound? Denise, we know, I've heard all about you today. Denise forgot to order it. She's like, guess who forgot to order? Her lovely husband, which he is lovely by the way, ordered it for her and sorted it out. So I've got Patricia on, hello all from Idaho. Shannon, hello, how are you? We've got Sue on, Adele on, Elaine, Bill, Nancy, Michaela, Marilyn, Melissa Riley over on Facebook. Got your lovely parcel today, can't wait to play with General Chestnut. Karen's on as well. Karen says she laughed and cried at Maker's Memoir. I know. Is Brenda on? Brenda's on. So if anybody's wondering the story, Brenda is on. Ask her any questions. When we had the conversation about putting a little story into our Maker's Memoir, I was like, you are going to get inundated with questions. And she's like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So if you've got any questions for her, please do let us know, okay? But what a fantastic, well, call it a fantastic story. It's a fantastic read, and actually it's not even believable, is it? It's not even believable what Brenda has been through. But to see the positivity come out of the end of it and some things rectify themselves, it's always a positive, isn't it? And life does throw low balls. It really does. Some people get more low balls than others. It's how we deal with it that counts, right? So, yeah, don't be crying. She's a tough cookie. She's like me. Brenda knows I cried. Have you been talking? Mary's on the other channel. Mary Wilkie, hi Tony, just love the memoirs. I'm going to laminate the pages and keep them. Oh, bless you. That's super kind. I know a lot of you save the Christmas message and pull them out every year for anybody that's brand new and go, hey, check out the previous one. So that will be a great shout, actually. So save it, and then if we ever need to refer, I'm going to be like, Mary, can you get the laminated version out, please? Because I forgot what I said. Oh, liked and shared, said Iris, thank you so much. So a couple of things I just want to touch on for you all, guys, is obviously the tariffs and everything. Not that the tariffs were to blame for the lateness of Maker's Memoir. We've had a lot of things going on at Stamps by Me, so it's been sort of like problem on top of problem. And then when the tariffs hit, I think it was one day last week or even the week before when I went, hey guys, you're going to get Maker's Memoir over the weekend, stay tuned, can't wait to share it all with you. And then the tariffs hit, so that stopped us from sending it on that occasion. But the tariffs last week absolutely crippled us, not in the sense of money and value and things like that. It was just sheer confusion. People had paid tariffs, but we were still getting their parcels back. People have got parcels floating around in the ether and things like that. Hundreds of messages. I think there was about 265 USA orders that we needed to sort of like quickly fix, and we had lots of customers wanting to cancel orders and then cancel orders because they realised that the fees weren't. So it was an epic week last week to the point where Tim is absolutely exhausted. And pre that, I know you're probably thinking, well, do we need to know all this? I know lots of you like me to be transparent, and I am always transparent. But pre that as well, if you remember me telling you about the fast grab inspiration, Tim worked hour upon hour upon hour to get that live for you all. So sort of that, in and amongst the tariffs, in and amongst all of the stress at work with staff and staff on sick and things like that, things have just taken a little bit longer. So I do appreciate your patience, but please do know we're always transparent. There's no fibs, there's no lies. It is what it is. If it's going to be late, if you're not happy with it or you're not happy with anything, you can always talk to us. You know, we are that company that, you know, is built on our customers. So please have the courage to speak up, speak out, tell me what you're feeling, tell me your thoughts, and we'll deal with them. So in relation to the tariffs last week, Becky has spent the whole day today working on our lovely USA friends. Now you're all probably thinking, but I want General Chestnut. I know. But if we leave our lovely USA friends any longer, it's going to be, Christmas is going to be done and dusted before they get them, guys. So what's happened is we've spent today focusing on our USA orders. We'll be back on the UK orders tomorrow. But then today we've been faced with another problem. So what's happened is we're paying all of the sort of fees when you come to checkout on the States, and you're probably thinking, oh, don't go on about it, Tony, we don't care here in the UK. Well, I care, because my following is global and everybody needs educating in everything that's going on. And sometimes having a little bit of education from somebody, sometimes you can take it elsewhere when somebody else is talking about it. Maybe you're following another craft brand who might need aid in what, like Toni said this on her channel. I'm not sure if it applies to you, but this is what Toni said. You might want to look into it. Just things like that. So what's happened is we've added the 10% on at your checkout for our USA, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to carry the rest, and that's fine, right? But what we've established today is we've sorted all of that to now find out that we can't send paper, which is a little bit problematic, right, for a paper craft company. So we're having to send it a different way. Don't worry, all of the fees are being paid, but it's a lot more expensive. But I'm going to sort it, they will go. But please do bear in mind for our lovely ladies and gents in the States who are ordering, you can't order aerosol, because if we put an aerosol in your parcel, it'll come straight back and we all lose out. Okay, I lose the product, I lose the money because I have to refund you guys. So we can't send aerosols, so please don't order aerosols. And in relation to paper, okay, there's gonna be a big fee, as it stands with all the tariffs as they are, to send paper, and that is okay. It's absolutely fine. But just be mindful when you are placing your orders that if you're ordering a sheet of rice paper at £5.99, there is no way in this planet I'm spending £50 to get a $5.99 rice paper to you in the States. I know, mind blowing, right? So the prices are varying between £30 and £50. So if you're ordering one paper pad at $4.99, obviously then it has to go by a different courier service. So just bear in mind, guys, if you're ordering like a bundle and things like that, then obviously it's absolutely fine. And if you're ordering it with other things, we'll send it anyway. But if you are going onto my website and ordering one paper pad, nothing else, at $6.99, or a sheet of rice paper at $5.99, I won't send it. And I'm sure you can appreciate that I won't be sending it. And the reason why I wanted to tell you this, guys, is because today we had a lady, a lovely lady. She was actually, I think, no, she weren't a brand new customer, but she'd had her eye on some rice paper and she had spent the $5.99, but it was coming in at over £37 to send with all of the fees and the tariffs and things like that. So Becky emailed her today to cancel her order, but I know that there's going to be some frustration with that because that order has been on the box for nearly 10 days and you're going to be like, Toni, that order's been on your box for 10 days. Why are you only telling me now that I'm getting a refund? Well, I'm explaining now that it's taken us 10 days to sort the tariffs out and it's taken us this long to get to your order to say we are sending it or we're not sending it. So please don't be disappointed if you get a refund from Becky. If it's got $5.99 in it, I won't be spending £50 to send it. I do my best with these things, and today it's cost us about £50 to send orders that people have spent £80, but I'm sending them because they are my regular customers. They buy every week or every month or whatever. But for a $5.99 rice paper, I said to Becky, no, we can't do that. We just can't do it. It's not viable. So there you go. I just wanted to let you all know about that one. £50, I'll fly there and get it. I know, I'm coming over, so I'll bring whatever you... It's crazy, honestly. And it's like, paper. Why paper? Why can't we send paper? It's like... But then, when you think about, obviously, from my police career, maybe I know a little bit more as to why you can't send paper, but it is what it is. And we'll figure it out. Hopefully the tariffs will sort themselves out and we can all revert back to how it was before. But as it stands, that's where we're at with it. So if you are in the UK and you're waiting for an order, we're back on UK orders tomorrow. And you will get them within a day or 2 or 3, okay? Whereas our States friends, it takes a little bit longer. So please do be patient. It's not a first up, best dressed in this business, you know. It's mad, crazy, honestly. Hi, Toni, and everyone says Joyce. Hi, sweetheart, I hope you're well. Let me just see if has anybody got any questions in relation to that? And if you have got orders floating around in the ether, I did explain that if you could just be patient, give us 28 days because it can take up to 28 days to come back. But as soon as it comes back, we'll either resend because we now have a facility to send with the fees included, or you can have a refund, whatever it may be. World's gone mad, says Jill. I know, we know. Not in this little room, it hasn't gone mad then. Victoria's having homemade pizza. Oh, yes. Do you like it? It was a gift. And I thought it looked very nice with the red today. Very nice, isn't it? I'm all posh now, Jessica. All posh. So one lady on TikTok asked me to do stencils, so we're going to go do stencils this evening. Becky, is there what else you wanted me to touch on? I think she's come on just to make sure I'm saying everything I should be saying. That's the only reason she's here. Now she knows I've said it, she's going. She's off to have a nice tea. Toni. Oh, Daphne Rogers. Toni, I noticed that my parcel is coming to Canada through UPS. Is this going to be the carrier from now on, please and thanks? It won't be forever. It's just whilst the tariffs are playing havoc. And the reason it'll be coming by UPS is, have you ordered some paper? If you've ordered paper, it's the only way we can send it. You won't get any bills or charges, it's all covered, but the one that we'd sorted it with then said, oh, we don't do paper. Oh. So that'll be the reason why. It won't be forever though, hopefully. No, pun, you've done me proud, right. Thank you very much. So, I just wanted to touch on a few bits and pieces that are still in stock and hanging on for dear life, but I have got some of our stencils. I've got my classic rose stencil, which I love, as you all know, and I'm going to demo this, but we're going to do it in a different way. So I show you how to do the bleaching rose, where you spray every layer. I've shown you how to do the sterile rose, but what about a card that is black and white on one side and coloured on the other? Ask me where I get these ideas from, I have no idea. Oh, it's on its way. A lot of you will have had notifications today. Becky got through a ton today, and bearing in mind as well, we have to manually input. We have to put all of the commodity codes. She has to put a list of everything in. She has to put a value of everything in. It's not as easy as 1, 2, click and goodbye. No. Any toxics, it's about 20 minutes a parcel, at least. Epic. I walked in today, she's like, Toni, I am getting through them. I promise you I am getting through them. I'm like, don't stress, it's fine. So let's have some crafty fun. Now, did you all see our waste-free dies on Friday? Let's just quickly touch on those. I have linked all of the products, and I do have some specials this evening as well. So if you want to stay tuned for those, that would be awesome. Let's show you some of our lovely dies. So we have the classic square. We showed you these, didn't we? I didn't pick up all my die cuts, which is very silly of me. Stitch square, wavy arches, and corner curve. Which do you think was the most popular? A, B, C, or D? Come on. A, B, C, or D. Which do you think was the most popular? Rosamond, every customer is important regardless where they are in the world. They absolutely are, young lady. Absolutely are. Denise has been looking through all of her goodies today. She's had a great day. Arches. Is that this one? Wavy arches? So A, B, C or D? A lot of A's, B's. A's or B's, it looks like. Well, the answer is B. Surprisingly, B. I think it's just a little bit different. A and B were the most popular. Then this one with the tribal detail, and then your stitched squares. So that was the order, guys. So well done. Well done. So those are available. They're still linked. I do have some more designs as well to show you at some point. So if you are getting a little bit of a collection of your nesting dies, there are more ones to follow. We've got General Chestnut hanging on by an absolute thread. I told you that already, haven't I? So makes the most awesome design with the layering stencils, the stamp, the die. Bye, darling. Really, he's just delightful. He's absolutely delightful. So good. I've been talking about him for over half a year, I think. And I'll still probably be talking about him for years. Well, now, come on, let's have a word, because we know how popular the pine cones were and the slices. And then we have our pine cone, Mummy pine cone. So she's part of the pine cone set. Make you look like you've got real pine cones. Put some sparkle on that one there, look. So I've attached that one. Don't want to go into too much because you've seen them a few times now. We have the amazing oak slicers that give you that oak slice effect. You've seen all of the lovely samples in the Eureka page there. And then you have your paper collection with the poinsettias and all of that lovely foliage and good stuff, right? So lots of Christmas goodies to look at there for you guys. So I want to touch on a few layering stencils that I've just picked on the way in, because a lady did message me and say, can you do some layering stencils? I was like, yes, as long as you come. And I think she's here. I think maybe, hopefully. We're already doing that, Elaine. We are already doing that because obviously it's got paper in. So the money that I made on the advent calendars is probably going to be lost, totally lost. But it's okay, we're dealing with it, darling, don't you worry. Don't you worry about it, it's not for you to worry about, I'll deal with it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, so let's have a look at some of these lovely layering stencils that I've just picked. I have attached them all, and I'm going to work on the rose, but you have a poppy, which does this lovely sort of like design on here. We have the rose. Our layering stencils are incredible. You get the most 3D results ever. I haven't grabbed them all, guys, but here are a few samples of some of our lovely designs that are on the website that I just managed to grab on the way around. Oh, Anne's on. Hi, Anne. It was Anne that asked, guys. So, Anne, are you in our Eureka fan page? Look at that one there. That's without the die. That's just the layering stencils. Shaped layering stencil card. See, Anne, I've pulled out all the stops for you today, darling. Oh, Sue's saying, question, what happened this morning? Oh, so funny. What happened this morning? I've got a story for you. I'll do it while I'm doing my layering stencils. I'll tell you a story. Oh, that's got a bit of gold in it. Oh, look at that. So that's sort of like the layering stencil system. So shall we have some fun? Now I thought, do you know what? We do quite a few techniques with layering stencils, but we always go back to the ones that we love, don't we? The bleaching one with the water to make it look arty. And then we always do the sterile one and we put the dyes around. So I thought today we'd change it up a little bit. We'll do half of it black, a card that half is black and white and half is coloured. Ask me how it's going to look, no clue. But it will create some nice interest on a card, won't it? So Anne says no to being in our group. Now, Anne, the inspiration from our company and my design team and my lovely following is mind-blowing. So you need to go to the Eureka fan page on Facebook and go and ask to join, and Karen, the head design team member, will allow you in, and then just go and check out all of the albums with all of the inspiration. All I will say to you is don't do it when you've got homework. Can tell I've been doing Tom's homework, can't you? Housework. I really enjoy using the stencils. They always look beautiful. I know, the quick and easy cards are really effective, aren't they? And I did see, it sounds interesting. You have to get on. I know. Well, quick one. I did see one lady asked about Tom. He's into his, is he third week? It's third week. So he lost his fob in week 1. Week 2, he was absolutely exhausted. And then today, when we got in the car, he advised me that he's got a mark on his book because he didn't bring his shin pads. So I said to him this morning, have you got everything you need for PE? He's like, yeah. He didn't realise he needed his shin pads, so he's got a mark. And he's got another mark because his maths homework wasn't submitted on time. So he says he did it. He said he looked through the list, he couldn't see it, but he's saying he did it. Anyway. So I feel, I didn't tell him off or anything, but I feel like he needed his teacher to say, Tom, you're getting a negative for that. Because now what he's done is he's gone to rugby with his dad, and before he's left, he's gone, Mum, can you make sure my school bag's out of the car so I can do my homework when I get home? So sometimes you need that little bit of a nudge. So him getting told he's got a little negative might have upset him a little bit because he doesn't like being told anything like that. So hopefully now we'll think, well, I am actually going to get in trouble. It's not like junior school anymore. I'm actually in senior school. I need to step up. So that's it. Didn't say anything to him. I think the teacher just saying he'd got a negative was enough. So that's week 3. That's week 3 for him. But yeah, last week he was exhausted. Right, come on, let's have some crafty fun. Now I'm going to do the rose because I feel like the rose would be easier to do down the centre in black and white. One half black and white and one half colour, and then we'll put it on a card where one side's black and white and one side's coloured. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Let's see how it goes. The peony bunch is so amazing. Is that this one? Yeah, I know, it's so cool, so pretty. But they're all linked, so if you like any of them, you can check them out. Oh, I've got a little bit of a deal as well today. Do you know how last time I did the buy one get one free on the card blanks? I've put it on the pink for tonight. If anybody wants to top up on their lovely powder pink cards, we don't have a lot of these. I think I've loaded about 20 sets, so it'll be 40 card blanks and envelopes. So if you buy one, you're going to get the second free if you want to add to previous order, or if you just want to order them because they are great value and great quality. So these ones are buy one, get one free. And also I've put this one on as well, guys. I'll not blindside you all. But this one is your mirror board, and I've put this on. If you buy the mirror board, you'll get a pack of the incredible non-shed glitter card for free. So if you buy this, you get this free, and if you buy a set of the card blanks, you'll get a set of the card blanks free. So those are the little offers this evening, and don't forget to share. Don't forget to share, and we'll pick a winner. Lots to remember. He has got lots to remember, and I don't put him under any pressure at all. Sometimes learning from other people and seeing that actually when teachers say they're going to do things, they actually follow through is all he needs. Your card blanks are perfect for anything. Oh, thank you, that's so kind. Brenda, hello darling. Leslie, it's because it's really different. Absolutely. Evening Tony and everyone. So has anybody got any gossip? So let's use the classic rose. I have linked this one. Now they do come with the dies, which is awesome, and you follow the layering stencil system. Now if you're brand new to our layering stencil system, super duper easy, guys. They have the heart system in the corner, so you can pop a little bit of ink through the hearts and then line them up through the hearts. But I have a piece of card here, a cream piece. And if you just line it up with the edge of your card, that's enough. Just line it up every single time. Really, if I'm doing a black and white card, I could really do with a white card blank, couldn't I? Not a cream. Let's see if I've got a white one. Plenty of cream, plenty of teal. Scared to open these cupboards. Something might jump on me. Cream, teal, white, red, black. No square though. Let's just go with it, guys. You'll get the idea, won't you? So I'm going to go with a black ink pad because I'm going to do grayscale one side, and then I'm going to do colour on the other side. You're all like laughing as if to say, oh yeah, she's off. Let's see how this one turns out then. Oh yeah, Pauline's bought the Poetic Pansy layering stencils. They're brilliant as well. I love the metal die to that. Oh, it's actually here, look, the metal die that does the pot. You really can build like little bouquets and things like that. So let's get some ink pads. Pink, orange and green. And then I'll just go with the black ink pad on the side, and then we'll do it in layers. Not having to colour, yeah. It's good, isn't it? So the stencils are numbered. Follow the number system, they're etched. I don't know if you can see that there, but there is a number 1 there. And then follow the numbers, and you can't really go far wrong. So I'm just going to pop this to the left-hand side. If you've got any questions, just keep copy-paste, copy-paste. I do have the Seth Apter Wow Heritage Quad left. I think I've got 4 left of those from our launch. They are pinned to the show also. So let's grab an ink pad. So I'm going to need some coloured brushes for the coloured part, and then I sort of like need a black and whitish one, don't I? Let's use this little mini here. Just grab a piece of scrap card. Is everyone good though? Anybody got any stories? I'll tell you my little story. It's no really. It's just what happened this morning before I went live on TikTok. It was actually quite funny. Monochrome, so you can make it look like engraving. You totally can. It just shows you how different, if you change the colour, how different it looks, right? Right, so as stated, I'm going to do half black and white and half colour. Now I am going to get my sheet so I can see. So I can see that the flower, to get it on the square, is on an angle. So I might have to do black and white corner to corner. So this side and this side. So let's do that. Of course, you could do it straight down the centre. So this side was black and white and this side was coloured. But it's just personal preference. So how's it going to look? No clue. Now I'm going to probably get a piece of big card, you know, so I can get it absolutely perfect match, so it meets exact. So this is going to give a little bit of interest to your cards, isn't it, doing it this way? Let's see what it looks like. I'll be the guinea pig. If it looks rubbish, we'll put it in bin and we'll work on something else, right? At least you saved your piece of cardstock at home. So I think the way to actually probably do this would be to line up the corner to the corner of the stencil, right? And then you're going to get it perfect every time. So I'm lining the stencil up with the edge of my card, and then I'm going to take the piece of card and we'll just do like so. So I've put my point on the heart there, and I'll put this point on the heart as well. Like that, okay? So this side's going to be black and white. Well, monochromatic. Do you know what we should do? One side black and white and then sprayed with water, so this is abstract, and then this side clean, bright. But it's unfortunate for you that I don't have a spray bottle in here because it's in the other room. But anyway, let's go with it. So I'm going to tap off this black. Let's get some black on mine. Now you could use like a grey ink pad. You could even do it in shades of brown to get a vintage look, right? So let's just get this light side of this rose going. So start off light. It's easier to add than it is to take away. It's just paper, right? Totally, Shannon. So I'm back in the States for shows on the 7th, Shannon, which is awesome. Got some lovely Christmas embossing folders for you all. So that's sort of like that side, can we see? And then I'm going to take this and then we'll cover the work there. And we'll swap out. Make sure go as close as you can to the line. And we'll do this side colour. We'll go, shall we go yellow first? Bit of yellow or orange? Got a little line there, so I just need to not. So stencil number 1 done. Okay, so when you move it, you're like, it's not going to look like our pretty pink rose like we normally do, guys. This is just sort of like to show you that, you know, use your stencils in different ways. Don't just use them as they're painted out to be. So here's number 2. So again, follow the system. You can ink through, but I'm just lining it up with the side of the card here. And then we'll grab our piece of cardstock again, and we'll just put that on the line like so. And make sure you swap out your brush. Have you been checking already? What are you like? So this time we're just going to press on a little bit harder. That stencil's moved a little bit. Let's just put it back in place. There we go. So I'm just pressing on a little bit harder this time, building up that layer with the same ink pad. Now you can do this with a coloured ink pad too. Start light and then just build up on your layers. Tap, tap, tap if you've got delicate pieces. And then we'll take this off and we'll go to this side, line it over the grey. And then this time, shall we do, let's use the same colour and we'll make it darker. Be careful with the delicate part in the centre there to get that detail. And when you first do it, it can look a little bit like non-dimensional, but you need to see all the layers through and then the magic will happen. I'm going to try and hold that actually, get a bit of detail in there. So don't be off put by the fact that it might look a little bit liney to start with. So it doesn't look like much at the moment, but I have sole confidence it's going to look awesome. So that's number 2, and then number 3. So on to number 3. Now I think I'm going to swap onto the pink for the next one in this one. But we need to do our grey. So I'm just going to take the card and then we'll pop it all across the line. I probably will end up... It would be nice to spray this because I feel like it's going to look quite cool when it's finished, but it is what it is. Let's just go with it for now. Right, so let's get this grey. So press on a little bit harder now. Bearing in mind you do have the die as well to cut this out, so I think it'll look awesome die cut. And then we'll move this side onto a pink. Use my tea. I ain't got any tea, Brenda. I should be so lucky. Thou has faith. So then we're on to number 4. And we'll take our, follow the line on the rows underneath. What, no tea? No, no tea today, darling. I'm having a pain au chocolat when I get home though. Don't ask me where I got this idea from. Somebody asked for layering stencils, so about half an hour ago I was like looking at the walls thinking what can I do? Oh, let's go. I thought we'll just do monochromatic, then I thought no, actually we'll do half and half. This is just my stamping black ink pad I'm using here, so if you don't have a black, because I don't have a black, just use your stamping ink pad like I am. and then we'll go to this side. So this side's coloured, isn't it? So we need to do green for this side. We'll be trying this later, Tina. Oh, Tina, I think I packed one of your orders today, darling. Right, green. Now, and if you're watching and you're thinking, oh, Toni, this is a little bit like problematic or difficult, say I ask for some inspiration, there is videos on these as well, sweetheart, already showing you how to use them and make the lovely pretty pink flowers and things like that. So you don't have to dive straight into sort of like technique based, please don't worry. So we have the green there. Just need to go bit more with the black there. I think it'll be worth it, guys. I think so. Patience is key, right? I think, you know, it's nice to have a different look on your cards as well. There we go. And then we've still got another one to go, guys. And then we'll just get our card. I can see the colour through the stencil, so it shouldn't be too problematic. So black, just remember, don't mix your ink pads like coloured on black and black on. If I pounce, I might get it a little bit darker. And then onto the coloured side. Nearly. Looking to see if my cutter's in here. It's not. There we go, guys. Look at that. That is not a bad effort, right? And then you'll put your die around. Obviously I can't cut it because I ain't got my die cutting machine. Oh, Lindsay, the story. So very quickly, so you know I've got a unit and I've got parking out on the front. So this morning, a couple of cars started pulling in and it was like M1 outside. Looks good, doesn't it? So then we'll cut this, we could cut this out. Should really go get my die cutting machine. But cut it out, that bit cuts out as well in the middle. And then when you come to do your card, do your matte layering on the left black and white and your matte layering on the right coloured and white. Does that make sense? So when you put it on, it looks like half is half, if that makes sense, and then do a sentiment in the centre. But basically, so what's happened this morning is, very quickly, so there's loads of cars outside and then this lady comes out, language totally broken, and over the road we have an empty like warehouse unit that's turning into like an asylum place for obviously all of the asylum seekers. And I thought, what the heck is going on? So anyway, the cars were coming in, broken language, and I tried to speak to this lady. I'm like, she's like, can I park? Can I park? I was like, well, how many people are wanting to park? And I'm trying to have a conversation with her. And anyway, so I'm trying to have a conversation with this lady. Then a counsellor comes into the yard, and then all these cars start pulling in and pulling in and pulling in. And I mean, at the point where it were about, I can't even remember, loads of cars. I'm like, if I do it for you, I can't do it for anyone else, so I'm going to have to say no to everybody. You're all going to have to, yeah, but we don't, it doesn't say private. Then because I'd said no, they said, oh, it doesn't say private parking on fence. I'm like, yeah, but it's my parking. I pay a landlord and I pay like £5 a month for this place. No, you can't park here. There's too many of you. I can't accommodate you all. I said, but however, there's a parking around corner. It's full. And then I just said, oh, well, Hepworth have got paid. I'm not paying. I'm like, well, sweetheart, you can't park here. Anyway, they all just kept coming and coming and coming to the point where it absolutely gridlocked to like the M1. And then the counsellor came across and said, well, why can't they park here? I'm like, because I'm saying they can't, and there's too many of them. And she's like, well, we're going to cadets. I'm like, it don't matter where you're going. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying that you can't park on here. There's too many. And then they all like started parking next door, and then he came out and was like, no, you can't park here either. Honestly, then because we'd said no, they started going like, not aggressive, but like quite a bit of kickback. And I thought, hang on a minute. If I were trying to park somewhere and there were nowhere to park, and there were a business that didn't have any cars in car park, firstly, I would park my car, and secondly, I would go and knock on that business's door and say, hey guys, I'm just popping across the road, I've got a meeting, there's nowhere to park, or can you advise me on where to park? If not, is it all right to just park here for an hour? You know, just ask. Anyway, it started getting a bit leery. Becky had to come out and help me, and it were blowing a hoolie. And this counsellor lady was like, well, if there's nobody parking in your car park, and I was like, well, sometimes they have classes, so I can't say that they can park here. Anyway, you can imagine, can't you? Put clamping on. So anyway, it was £1.20. It's £1.20 at the Hepworth. I came back in and said to Becky, yeah, they can park here £10 a head for an hour. Could you imagine? They won't park there then, would they? It's just, sometimes it's just cheeky, that's all. So I had to go on TikTok this morning. I was like, quite leery. It's just the cheek, isn't it? It's just the cheek. If she'd have knocked on my door and said, can I park? And I'd have said yeah, but then I'd have had to retract that because there were just too many of them. And then they all couldn't reverse out because no one could reverse. But anyway, that's the story. Private parking signs it is. I've already ordered them, Karen. So that's my demo. Nightmare, I know. But there is an asylum place opening over the road, and I thought it was to do with that. So I thought, well, there's not going to be that many of them driving. Let's face it, they're there for a reason, aren't they? I thought there's not going to be that many of them driving. Yeah, you can park there, but they just kept coming. Like, where are you all going? Like, oh, we're going to cadets. I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry, I just can't. Because they're all blocking each other in then. I'm like, how am I supposed to get my deliveries, or how am I supposed to get out for my son? Anyway. That's it. Great demo, says Brenda. Thanks. Back to craft. But anyway, if you do cut it out, you end up with a pretty, or you do it in the one colour, and for the lady that asked about the layering stencils, if you like pretty, of course, but that's more like a technique-y base. But I would give this a flash with some water, splats, white paint. We all know the story, right? Then put the dye on, and then do half of the card monochromatic and half of the card. But here is if you stick to the same colour. You see the dimension in there. So this is the rose. This is the poppy. They're traditionally red, aren't they? But blue for charity as well. So you have options. This one's the peony bunch, and it actually looks like that when you absolutely do it too. Are you trying it, Iris? So I would pop my die around there. It's just a shame I haven't got my die cut machine because I would actually cut it through for you. And then splat it with some water and half. Let me know how you get on. Pop it in the Eureka fan page. Let us know. Anne, are you in our Eureka fan page now, darling? Hopefully you are. What's cadets? So it's like, how to explain? It's like, you know, kids who are in school who like have a little bit of discipline and like for the army, and they wear like a cadet's outfit where they learn cooking skills and, you know, discipline skills and organisation and team building and those sorts of things whilst they're quite young, to prepare them for when they're a little bit older. That's my interpretation of it. If anybody's got any more clue than that for Brenda to help her out, please do so, because my son doesn't do cadets, but it's meant to be really good. Yeah, Adele, like a youth army or a sea cadets, you know, in preparation for when they get bigger. Have we got a winner? It's like alternative school. Yeah, and I cannot be the car park for an alternative to school. Oh, let's have a look. Any questions? Brenda says, great demo, would never have thought. Listen, don't ask me where that came from. Oh, it could happen in this place, right? Equally, you could have done one monochromatic rose and one coloured rose and cut it in half. However, you'll have lots of stray bits then with the leaves and things like that, so it's probably better to do it the way that I've done it. But because you've got that die as well, you could absolutely do it that way. And the good thing of having the die as well, you could do a solid monochromatic one in the back, then do a second in colour and put that foam pads behind the front one as well, so build a little bit of an artistic bouquet, as one would say. Iris says she used to be an officer at HTCN. Wow, learn something new every day. Right, so before you all disappear and I announce the winner, has anybody got our poinsettia embossing folder square, our tree embossing folder square with all the little trees on, or the little acorns with the furry legs square embossing folder? Who's got those? Let me see if I can... I bet they're out of stock. So who's got those? Has anybody got those? First of all, let me see if I can get the picture for you. The Christmas ones from last year, yeah. Who's got them? Don't want to listen to myself. Turn myself down right now. Let's get rid of her. So SBM shop embossing folders. Where are you? There we go. I think I have. Yes, I have them. Denise says. Iris says I have the trees, I think. Well, that is wonderful. Because, let's see if I can find a picture. They're out of stock here, of course. Right, so I'll show you a picture, guys. Who's got this one? That one is called Autumn Breeze. Who's got that? I'll tell you why I'm asking these questions in a second. Oh, the other ones must be in the back of office. So the poinsettia, and then there's one like there's a poinsettia, and then there's one like that's got like little furry legs. Looks like that. So the reason why I ask, guys, is because so those are the embossing folders that are going to HSN in 4 weeks. Now, if you have those embossing folders and you would like to help my wonderful design team get making, right? So basically, my design team are flat out at the moment. I have my USA team as well. but everyone's flat out. Everybody's like, Karen's on with 9 million jobs. How she manages, I've no clue. And all of the design team are currently working on Christmas, Maker's Memoir, Have a Go, lots of different things. So this is Winter Pine, says Karen. Thank you, Karen. So this is your opportunity to have your cards or projects or whatever it may be seen on TV, if you want to do it. No pressure at all, but if you have those embossing folders, the Winter Pines, the Poinsettia, or the one I've just shown you, Autumn Breeze, if you've got some makes already made and you want to send them to me to back my lovely design team up, because they are flat out, although they will deliver as always. But if you want to get involved, maybe call it a guest DT spot if you want to, and you want to make some makes and send them to me, and I will take them to America and showcase them live on air. How does that sound? Would you like to do that? Would anybody be interested in doing that? Oh, let's see. When do you need them by? Well, I don't leave for 4 weeks, so you got plenty of time. So if any of you, Shannon, you're going to get to see everybody's makes now. Shannon's like, I haven't got those. Well, hopefully Shannon's going to buy them off the back of all of your makes. And Shannon will be honest, she'll tell me as well. Oh. Christmas Poinsettia, Winter Pines, Autumn Breeze. See what I mean? I don't know what to do without Karen. So if anybody has those and wants to make some makes, or has some makes from last year that they never used, you're not getting them back. I don't return. But if you would like to send them to me, put your name on the back and I will showcase them in America when I go to HSN. Just to support my team, help them out a little bit, guys, because they're all really, really busy. And although they will all work the hours God sends to deliver for me, I think it will be a nice opportunity for our lovely ladies and gents who have those embossing folders at home, who might have lost the mojo, and me asking for help might give you the courage to get stuck in and do something amazing. So you don't have to be a fantastic crafter. It's an embossing folder. They are true workhorses, and you can team them up with any of your other Christmas stuff, okay? And I'll decide if they're going to be used and showcased on my live shows. All you need to do is write your name on the back, so I know what I'm calling you for your amazing cards. How would that sound? And the address is on the website, Nancy, yes. But you can message us, we can give you the address. If anyone wants to help out, that would be wonderful. No pressure though, guys, no pressure. And I'm not asking you to do my design team's job, because they are awesome. But if you would like to support, I would appreciate it. How's that sound? That's amazing. Go everyone, Brenda says. Woohoo! Brenda, where's yours? Brenda's like, you're joking, right? I haven't even got them yet. Our ladies in the States won't have them. We haven't done them yet over there, so they'll be making the judge on your makes. So let's have a look, see if we've got a winner. Let's have a look. The names that I'm sure Karen does it on purpose. See, I've just been praising you there, and then she sends me a name like this. But like she says, I don't pick them for the names. I pick them for the comments and the shares and the likes and the hearts and that. Okay, okay. So the giveaway this... I'm not sure I'm up to their standards, but I will be the judge of that, Nancy. So this evening's giveaway is Joy Smoycox. Is that right? Did I say it right? Joy? Can we just call you Joy? Simcox? Smoycox? I think I said it wrong. Symcox. Somebody tell me. Snimcox. Just do it, Nancy. So, Joy, you are the winner of this evening's giveaway. So, you've won a voucher to spend on the website, or you could put it to something, or just spend the voucher, whatever you want. If you just message me or Karen, we'll get a code over to you, and you can just spend it. So, is she on, or has she gone? What, did I bore her to tears and she's disappeared? Honestly, I hate saying names because I always get them wrong. Why can't it just be simple? Iris, Audrey, Michaela, Adele. Why can't it just be simple? Brenda, Karen. Oh, well done, everyone. So that's the end of tonight's live. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I really do. Thank you, Toni. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, darling. It's been a long day. 6 a.m. till 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. It's a long day. Great show, as always. I love watching you. Listen, I'm not a comedy sketch. Although it seems like it sometimes, isn't it? Everybody gets it wrong. Well, it's not a bad thing. Let's just hope, if police are ever after you, hopefully they'll get it wrong too. Right, I'm going to have to love you and leave you all. I'm going home for my pain au chocolat. See, I can't even say that right. So I'm live with you tomorrow for some deals at 1 o'clock. So if you want to tune in for those, try that demo, guys. Let me know. Maybe do a sepia tone, black and white and sepia, rather than black and white and colour. That would look cool, wouldn't it? See, the ideas come flowing in. I so am. I doubt it. So whatever you're doing, have a fantastic evening. Stay tuned for the week ahead, and don't forget, Create Together Club starts next Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and we'll get dug into that because I'm excited about that, because that is a super guys collection. Not very often we do complete guys collection, so I'm excited about that. And the design team have blown it out of the park with the samples. Amazing. So whatever you're doing, have a lovely evening, and I will catch you all later. Stay safe, stay cozy, and make sure we always share the love of craft. Have fun, guys. Take care. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.